Welcome everybody. So tonight I finished finally I finished this little sketchbook journal. This one is from my new line. That is the new line is called The Realm of Exdourn, and it is from my fantasy story collection. I'm gonna wait a little bit for somebody to come in the live video. Now people are checking this live. Hello, welcome. Who is this? Boss. Hello, Boss. Welcome to the live video. Thank you so much for Casimira. Thank you, Mira, joining the live. People, hello. So this is a Bulgarian handmade sketchbook journal with my fantasy art, magical macri art. Let me see now. Maybe I can share this with some folks. I need to share the live video. Why not? To share with people. Yep. Hello there. This is a Coptic bound journal. I decided to make 3 complementary colors, which is the light green fits with the orange and with the purple. Purple, orange and light green fit very well together. I also just finished it. You can check it. Yep. Hello ExiArts. Hello Veselka. Hey everybody. This is my new live video. My new live session for this new sketchbook journal. And this one is from the series Ancient Fantasy World. The art here on this journal is called Magical Macris art. And this is the first one from my new line of sketchbook journals, and I will make mostly sketchbooks for this line because most of my fantasy arts are landscape format. That's why I need them to be sketchbooks. What I like here is that I made something like a framing around the art. As you can see here, this is like a frame. The fabric is like a frame around the art. I still need to refine this here. A little bit of glue, of dry stick glue I add on this edge, not to disintegrate the fabric, to be more durable. Anyway, this one is Magical Macris House, the first from this series. From the series of a fantasy ancient world. I have this story on my website called The Realm of Exdourn fantasy story. You can read more about it on my profile. So I also finished tonight. Let me see that like that. I finished also the bunny journal, with most of you suggested to have the white pages. This is refillable journal with the curved spine. You can see with the pink inside. I'm gonna add a pocket here later on, and as you can see, it can be opened like that. It's very good to use. I mean that it's easy to use all the pages. You can write or sketch all the pages. And this is the bunny journal with curved spine. You can see this. Thank you for joining. Oh, thank you ExiArts. Thank you for sharing and joining my live session. Please, those of you who didn't share, please share the live video to support me online. Most people in my apartments block are now sleeping, so I am a little bit quieter tonight with my voice, but anyway, that's the new one. I love it. I cannot stop watching this and observing this. I imagined this 2 days ago. I had this idea for this one in my mind, and I'm totally loving it. You can check the Coptic binding is very amazing thing also, because you can lay flat. The book can lay flat, and you can use all the journal, all the sketchbook pages. And later on I will make such designs also with the other type of binding, that is this one, the long stitch type of binding. That's a long stitch type of binding. This one is a little bit lame. I didn't do it well because I was wanted to finish this design. This was like 1 year ago I made this design. Maybe 9 months ago I made this design. This is just simple burlap long stitched journal, sketchbook journal. Recently I started using this one for myself to sketch some things inside. I have lots of sketches around my studio. You can see here also. Recently I had problems with uploading on videos on Facebook. Their requirement, they say, is 4 gigabytes, but actually when I try to upload to like 2 gigabyte video on Facebook, I have the problem and it tells me you cannot upload more than 20 megabytes, which is totally dull and lame. I don't like you, Facebook, but I like you because Facebook still makes the most of the social media traffic on ExiArts website. So I have for Pinterest, for Twitter, for Instagram, for YouTube. Oh, by the way, folks, today I uploaded 3 new videos on my YouTube. Thank you for the likes, ExiArts. Thank you so much. And I have some live sessions from TikTok. I uploaded them today on my YouTube channel. Thank you, folks. Hello, everybody there. So, what else I can tell you? That's my logo station there. You can check. And also I have some arts here and there around my shelving, and the Bulgarian flag. That's the Bulgarian flag. Oh, let me tell you, folks, about I know that I'm gonna tell you something about the most ancient golden treasure in the world was actually found in Bulgaria, and it is not exactly this one. No, I think it is this one. Yep. This is one of the Thracian golden treasures. But the one in Varna, this is the map of Bulgaria. The one in Varna, which Varna is somewhere around here on the Black Sea, they discovered a similar golden treasure that was 8,500 years old. I repeat, 8,500 years old golden Thracian treasure. So ancient civilizations lived on the Balkan Peninsula and in Bulgaria, in around Romania, long before the Greeks arrived in this area. 6,000 years before Christ, there had been such a sophisticated golden treasure made by the ancient Thraci tribes. This is one of the most amazing discoveries in the recent decades in history. You can check this in Google, the Thraci treasure, which you can write the most ancient golden treasure in the world, Varna, Bulgaria, in the city, around the city of Varna. So let's come back to the sketchbooks. As always, I added at the back my logo, ExiArts, and the Handmade logo with the little planet and the little sun. And the back cover of this one is just pure fabric. And this has 13 signatures. I chose to have 13 signatures Oh, sorry, because 13 is one of my lucky numbers. So this one has 13 signatures. I wanted it to be thick, you know. I wanted it to be thick, to be like the thicker the better. Kind of imagine this small, it's almost pocket sketchbook journal, but probably not exactly pocket, of course, it's quite big. But if I make it on half this size, it's gonna be suitable also for a pocket. I will add to this one a bookmark tomorrow, and the bunny one needs refining, also needs to be added a bookmark, and I will add to it inside pocket. I still didn't put logos on this one. I have my new logos, this one, and of course, for those of you who didn't see, these are my new vinyl stickers for ExiArts. They are thicker and they stick much better than the paper ones. Somehow the paper one became darker compared to the vinyl one, but I love both of them. So I use this paper one sticker to put on my crafts. I use one of my hand actually, two holes. I put like that, and my logo section, my logo station there, and this one I have to cut it, I think. All right, let's do like that. I first prefer to cut this one. I don't like these white parts, so I cut them, and then I peel that one, the handmade logo, and I glue it on the cover, on the back of the cover, of course. Also, you can the book block of this journal is stacked together with additional twine cord. So when you remove the lash down satin ribbon binding here, you can separate the book block all together with all the sheets without the, you know, so that's a good thing for this, is that is a refillable one. So yep, I think for now, maybe. Thank you for watching me, folks. What else can I show you? From the leftovers from the bookmarks from last night, I will gonna make miniature journals, like miniature album journals. These are fabric bookmarks that I was making, and these leftovers are just perfect for future small journals, miniature sketchbooks and miniature journals. And add art. Let me show you a little bit of my bookmarks now. Where they? Oh yeah, these are also cool. All right, these are the bookmarks here. I made these bookmarks, and these are leftovers from the bookmarks. This is the biggest, the widest one is with the bunny fabric and pink at the back. I signed it, and I also put my logo ExiArts and then Handmade logo. So this is the bunny bookmark, and I also have a burlap one, light blue with the pink, light green with the purple, and these are fabric bookmarks. The lilac one here, you can check this, it's amazing. I love this feeling of these fabric bookmarks because they're foldable, they're very soft, the feeling of the fabric is amazing, and of course they are durable because this special cardstock and the fabric will gonna withstand a lot of time. Here is another pink one, pink bookmark with light blue at the back, with my logos, of course, and my signature. And the ivy leaf one, this is also again fabric. Yep. And this is another ivy bookmark. This is the green one. So yeah, basically the last type for now that I have crafted is the lavender one. This is the lavender bookmark. And yep, you can... Oh, we need a little bit debris here. Crafting debris. I call these little things crafting debris. Hello, welcome to my life. Hello, folks and guys. So, yep, these bookmarks. And now, what else? This is another one. This is the first pink fabric notebook I have made, and as you can see, with turquoise binding thread. So it's just little pink journal. And this is the ivy one, with dark thread. I sew it with dark thread and light green inside. Do I have the logos? I have the logos also here. Yes, this is small ivy one. And this is the big ivy sketchbook. This is a long stitch journal, long stitch sketchbook journal. And as you can see, inside is a dark green. Here is the binding. You also have the bookmark. You can choose. What is good with me that you can personalize different colors for the inside of the cover, of the colors of your sketchbooks and journals in ExiArts. You can choose different page number, different size of the book, and of course the specialty is that you can personalize those threads. I have more than 25 colors of threads that you can personalize your sketchbooks and journals with. And I love fabrics. Fabrics are my favorite materials. Yep. And the bunny one is amazing. What is the problem with the bunny or fabric is that it is white and it starts to get a little bit here and there. I gotta be careful, it can get dirty. The white fabric gets dirty very fast and it's hard to clean after that. So I'm gonna have, when I craft for orders, I'm gonna be extra specially careful with this one. It's just the first bunny I make, bunny journal, and it's taken its toll on the crafting mess around until it got finished. So it might get a little bit dirty somewhere. So yeah, and of course, thank you everybody for joining the live session. And I think for now it is enough. I showed you some stuff I'm gonna be taking out of the live. A reading. What reading would you like to have? I'm not a tarot reader, man. No, but thank you for asking anyway. I can give you journals to write, but I cannot read to you. You know, these are sketchbooks, journals, Alcoholic Angel. That I just one card. I cannot, man. I don't have tarot cards. I believe you misunderstood my things. Maybe someone else can help you, but I don't have tarot cards. I don't, man. And I don't use usually. I use runes. What I use runes, which I have here probably. But if I take some runes, it's gonna be for myself, because thank you so much, man. because if I or lady or man, I don't know, alcoholic angel, are you a boy or a girl? These are my special rules. That Isabelle Nigel sent me from France. She made them herself. This is my this is the empty room. This is the empty room. And I have this special bag that she sent them with. So basically the runes works not exactly like a tarot, but you can ask a question while you choose one of the runes. And when you choose the rune, you see what rune it is. Then you see the meaning of the rune in the book. Like, for example, we are looking for this specific rune. And this specific rune is this one. Yera. This is the Yera rune, which is on 36. So 36, I just show you an example. Oh man, don't be lost. You have your confidence inside you, man. You always have your confidence, and also you can ask God. God can help you, you know. God and your guardian angels, I believe in them. Your guardian angels and God can save your soul, man. Also, you can ask the sun, you can ask the earth, you can ask the moon, and you can ask the stars. You can ask them for help every time, every second. Yep, I am also Orthodox church, but no matter the type of church, God is in all of us and God is all around us. We all know that, yep. God created the universe and God created the world. God created the sun and God created the sunshine. So man, you got your confidence in yourself. So see this room here now. I just chose this one. Oh, sorry. Just to show you guys one of the runes. So for alcoholic men, this rune maybe was meant to see this rune now, which means ear and harvest. So the tarot association is full or justice. And the healing properties are being patient. You gotta be patient. Bless you too, man. So physically, the rune can help with improvement in the material realm, new job or relationship or a birth. Emotionally, recouping your energy to feel more in time. Recoup your energy, you've got it inside your heart, man, and inside your soul. So mentally, better outlook on life. You gotta look better on life, watch yourself in the mirror and say, I am a magnificent being, man. You are a magnificent being. You are one of a kind, man, alcoholic angel. You are one of a kind, and your angels sometimes give you some temptation to test you, to see that you gotta get back to yourself, get back to your inner world, and start to change from within. Start to believe more in yourself, and of course you don't need fucking alcohol. So you can think about long-term improvement toward change for the better. Your debts might be repaid, will be repaid. Some conception or some birth. Rewards arriving at the right time. Be patient. Alright. Rewards from any endeavor that you are committed to. A yearly cyclical path guided by the sun. Yes, as I told you, sun guides me all the time. So, continue to preserve, man. Continue to preserve. Patience with yourself and your process. By judging others, you will be judged. So, also don't judge yourself. Because if you judge yourself, unintentionally, sometimes you start also to judge others. Harsh words or actions will end things like a friendship or a business. So beware with the harsh words, especially towards yourself. You gotta say, I love myself. I see also numbers all the time. Yeah, this is a sign from the universe, synchronicity. So you gotta ask yourself, man, are you forcing things by thinking too linearly? Don't think linearly. Sometimes you think maybe you hate yourself, you don't have confidence, but at the same time many other people love you and are worried for you and are worried about your depression, and they want you to get back to yourself. There was one saying once that was saying that please come back to yourself. Over there you're the most looked after, you know. When you get back to yourself, you will get back your love, you will get back your confidence and everything. You are the magic. You're the guy that needs to work with yourself and loving yourself. That, do you remember that everything has a cycle? So you're in a bad cycle now, but when you finish this bad cycle, you can finish it just like that. You say, I was in a bad cycle, I was thinking badly for myself. I can now change and start bring back my love toward myself. Or if you have never loved yourself, you gotta start right now to love yourself, right away. And so my godmother from France that sent me these runes, she said she had her experience written the meaning of the rune through her own revision in time. So the earth will feed, the seeds will grow. We have to wait, good for earning money, receiving rewards from life. Advice: be patient, things take their time, the result can't come quickly. We must go on, hold on, keep working. Everything will come when it is time. Things are slowly, secretly growing to bloom one day. Yes, that's why the universe is sending you to the mirror and to the numbers, sending you messages. And of course, you gotta believe yourself, man. And don't stop loving yourself. Let's put the ancient sacred runes back to the bag. I hope, yeah, man, of course. I will check your profile, man. I'm gonna follow you back, and I'm gonna keep helping you with whatever I can. I just followed you. Благодаря, брат. Thank you too, man. I'm glad you understand that you understand my English so well. Така, братле, няма да се плашиш. Горе главата. Как ти е малкото име, не знам. Ако си напишеш в чата, ще се радвам. Аз съм Христо. My name is Hristo. I had to say something in Bulgarian to this Bulgarian angel. And back to the craft then. Next time, alcoholic angel, I know, not man. Tomorrow I can read again one rune. I can catch one rune for you. Mario, thank you. Welcome, Mario. Thank you for your support. Yeah, we will keep in touch for sure, man. I just followed you and I'm gonna help you in personal chat. Don't get depressed, brother. Everything is super cool. Everything is perfect. And I hope this will inspire you. This is the house of magician. His name is Maakri. Of course, will be pleasure for me also, Angel. I can call you Angel, Mario. You're an angel, brother. You're a pure angel. Keep your heads up, man. All right. So I hope this is gonna inspire you. What is interesting is that when I was drawing this art, I wanted the magician that live in this house, Maakri, to have a pet dog. But actually, when I draw the dog, everybody said it is fucking kangaroo. And it is fucking kangaroo indeed. And so it's hard for me. It's hard for me to draw animals. And when I want to draw a dog, it becomes a kangaroo. And when I want to draw a cat, it becomes an elephant. You know, I just can't draw animals and human figures. So that's why I only draw other types of arts like this one. Or like tree art, other tower art here. Camp Antule Guard Post. This art is called Camp Antule Guard Post. This is my art called Day and Night. And this is my inspirational art called Shine. Even in the darkest moon, the sun will shine. Of course, you know that. And a little shine here. And this is the world of Exdourn, fantasy planet, fantasy realm. That's the planet of Exdourn. And that's the most important continent in the entire universe. Thank you, Mario. Thank you so much, man. I hope with my art to inspire people. Like here, Mario, you have to fly like a bird, man. Fly like a bird. Because your eggs are now in the nest and soon they will be birthed. Your new eggs, your new era in your life, Mario, is soon coming. So warm the eggs, lay around them, and save and protect your eggs, you know, metaphorically. And your life will give you powers to fly like a bird, you know. You are a bird and you are an angel, man. And this is other art called, no, this is not bulk, yeah, this is, I forgot, oh my god. Sometimes I forget my titles. This is one castle, not Balnik, not Baldur Castle. That's Baldur Castle. And this is a camp, tent camp. Another one, interior. You can draw only stick figures. What is this stick figure? It's like a human figures. I love castles, man. I like castles, but most importantly, I like also... Oh, this fell down. This is a project for some journals. Future projects. And this is another realm of Exdourn. Of course, this art is exaggeration. But in the realm of Exdourn fantasy story, the tallest tree in the universe of the realm of Exdourn is 625 kilometers. You can read more on my website. My website, you can see the link to in my bio here on TikTok. And this is an exaggeration art of that most biggest tree in the realm of Exdourn, because this is not 600 kilometers compared to the planet, because this planet is a little bit smaller than Earth. So this is just exaggeration of the magical gigantic trees that live in the realm of Exdourn. But in reality, some of the trees are really getting out of the atmosphere of some of the worlds in the realm of Exdourn. So this art is not exaggeration, and this is the most gigantic tree in the realm of Exdourn, the most gigantic tree in the universe, which is 625 kilometers tall. And this tree, in my story, in my fantasy story, is responsible, plus other trees, but this is the most important because this is the biggest and the oldest tree in the universe. And it holds the balance for the entire universe. And this universe is actually our universe, but about 3 billion years ago, at the beginning of the birth of all life in the universe, it was like in the first kids' years of the beginning of the universe, 3 billion years ago. The universe was crazy and still forming worlds, and it was dynamic world with lots of moving energy. And yes, someday I can tell you more about the realm of Exdourn. Maybe I can show you the map of Linderen continent just a second. If you wait for 1 second, I can show you the map. Yep, So the map of the Linderen continent, Mario and other folks. Thank you, folks, for staying in the live. Thank you so much for your likes, for your shares. Thank you, everyone. So, like you see here, is the this is the Linderen continent on the realm of Exdourn planet, which is this continent. The most important continent is this one, but this art I made long ago, and when I got inspired to make this continent from that planet, I forgot to see the planet and make the continent with this form. But the actual form is the continent is like this one. Here is not exactly that like that, but it's let's say it's something similar. So what is, and here is the magic oak, as they call it, and also the name of the biggest tree in this fantasy. Thank you, Mario, thank you so much. Yeah, I draw this card myself. I mean map, ne karta, but map in English, yep. So I draw this map like I can show you. This is Project Exdourn. I'm not kidding with my fantasy story. That's in 21. And that art I draw in 2015, long before this map. So copyright results, of course, yeah. I sometimes like to add these writings for the copyrights. So that's the Linderen continent, where the Ardemert, the most gigantic tree, also called the magic oak, but its real name is Ardemert. Oh, looks like the Witcher map. I never seen the Witcher map, but I've seen lots of maps, like since the World of Warcraft game, and also lots of similar games, and Rise of Nations. I liked to play a lot of strategic games, strategies, RPG games, and I loved 3 years I spent playing World of Warcraft. I was crazy fan of World of Warcraft. So some interesting places from this is like Gadgar Enforcement, Gadgar L. Singsley. It's inspired. L. Singsley is inspired from Star Wars. There was similar name in Star Wars, so if not the same, I'm not sure, but something similar. So here is the Brutal Sea in the north, and the Nundaril Taiga. That's the Nundaril Taiga. This is the northern place where is Dragon Dome. Here are gathered some of the biggest gathering of magicians in the realm of Exdourn, and they live in Dragon Dome, gigantic city. They use dragons to protect the magic trees. Like on Linderen continent, we have the most gigantic tree in the universe. We have also Marylet tree. This is one also very huge balance tree. They call them balance tree because they keep the balance of the powers in the universe. Also we have teleports. Risen Gate is one of the teleports. South Gate, another teleport. These are like Stonehenge structures that are actually, these are like, they use them for teleporting. And this is the magical monolith. This is from above, a magician that spreads two of his arms ahead, as if he is meeting the passengers through Sirius Pass. Is the this sea pass. Oh, thank you for your subscription, Mario. Oh, thank you so much, man. I don't know how this subscription work, but I just put some goal for subscription. I don't know how to make perks, different perks. I have to figure this out with thank you so much, guys. Oh my god, Mario, you're unbelievable. You're my first subscriber, man. You know that. I'm gonna be sending you a special gift, man. I'm gonna be sending you some some gift for the first subscriber. Thank you so much, Mario, man. Be blessed. Oh yeah, you made my day, man. You made my week. You made my month. You know. Of course, no coincidences, man. Yeah, I just got excited. Thank you everyone for watching my live video. Mario just subscribed to me for the first time. He's my first subscriber on TikTok, and I met my goal. Now it shows me I can start a new goal. But let's do this for the next live video tomorrow maybe, because I need to research a little bit more for live sessions and subscriptions on TikTok. So what happened though is where is the problem in the realm of Exdourn? Well, some bad forces, you can check here. Near Exdourn there is one bad planet, so to call, with bad energies over there, and bad forces, the bad magicians, so-called, the dark forces, they call them the dark forces, arrived on this continent secretly without the magicians noticing at first. And they arrived and they could cut down another of the most biggest trees in the universe, called Darinel tree. So this place is called Darinel ruins because they cut the tree and only remains of ruins of the tree remain now on this island. They also call it the lost tree. This happened around 100 years before the present time in the story of the realm of Exdourn. So from about 100 years, the good forces of the good magicians try to keep the bad forces from coming to Eliatat Peninsula. This is Eliatat Peninsula, but the bad forces already have taken part of it, and they are cutting the trees, and they are building bad rail systems to take the resources out, and they're building their base here. And the problem is that the dragons with the magicians here, they help to keep the balance with the trees all together, and with the magicians all together. Also, they have here the biggest teleport in Exdourn is the Dragon Dome teleport over here. So the problem is that dragons lose their power because this volcano, the Dilion volcano, erupts. It erupted when they cut this tree. The bad forces disbalance this area, and this disbalance caused the eruption of the Dilion volcano. And this volcano, when the volcano erupts, because the volcanoes are rulers to all the dragons in the realm of Exdourn. So when the volcano erupts around, the dragons cannot have most of their powers are lost, because volcanoes are their rulers, and when a volcano erupts, they rule the dragons, and the dragons become almost powerless. Of course, they have some powers. Well, the interest of the bad forces on the continent, of course, is they want to rule the entire planet. They want to capture this planet because it has the biggest tree in the world. In the biggest tree, and all those other trees like Marylet's tree. I think there was one more here somewhere, or maybe not. Maybe on other continents they have also other trees. So these gigantic trees hold one of the biggest power in the universe. They have, if you use pieces of this tree, you can make very powerful weapons. Even a piece of the bark, like so big, has the power like thousands of tons of like diamonds or like other, stones and crystals. And because they have living force inside of the trees, and this living force is very powerful energy for the bad forces, the brutal bad forces that actually captured this island, cut the Darinel tree, the so-called now the lost tree, and they succeeded to come and take about half of the Eliatat Peninsula. Here is the village, the town, the small town of Eliaton. So now the battle is in this forest here, and here from these mountains, the good magicians keep the bad forces to coming inside the continent. And at the same time, like in the south cities, because this is a big continent, it is about 1,600 miles long. It is big continent, and many people in the south only hear rumors that from that 100 years ago, also normal people and normal elves and normal dwarves that live in the towns in the south, they don't have powers. Not everybody is magician in this world, of course, but the normal elves, dwarves, humans, and other races, they don't have idea that this is real. They only hear rumors in the south that 100 years ago there was caused this balance here, and some people believe that this is just an this is just a legend. The main factions are the Magicals. The so-called Magicals are the good magicians. The Light Forces Alliance. It's called the Light Forces Alliance, and the other is the Dark Forces. The Dark Forces are Dark Lords and Dark Elemental beings, because in this world it is something like God of War. There are not only gigantic trees but also gigantic pieces of mountain, like living elemental beings, like also fire elementals, air elementals, water elementals, earth elementals. And sometime oftenly, for example, in the mountain of in the Legerich, this is the Legerich mountain on Linderin continent. That's the Linderin continent, and so this is the Legerich mountain, or the mountain of Legerich. Oh yeah, here is another one, the Enchanted Tree. That was the other. They had four gigantic trees: the Marylet, the Magic Oak, and the Enchanted Tree, plus the already cut down Darinel tree. So in the south, so the normal people only speak like legends that dragons exist and so on. Many normal people and dwarfs and so on, they don't have idea that in what a magical world they live. Of course, they know that they have these gigantic trees. They have heard that they are magical, but many of the normal folks around have never seen a real magician or never seen a real magic. You know how this happens, and a real spell of a magic. So it's gonna be a very interesting story. Of course, I am in the beginning of writing this lore. You can check my website link in the bio here on TikTok. And on my homepage on the website, on the navigation menu, on the most right of the navigation menu, you can see the menu Realm of Exdourn. There you can start reading the beginning of the lore for this fantasy world. And now I can show you, see, I also have signed it here down. This is Catroil Ocean. For example, Clenal Forest, and this is Garrick Katkal village, and this is the Swamplands. That Swamplands is inspired actually from the oh my god, World of Warcraft game. But these Swamplands are, of course, they are swampy, but also there is the best pottery is produced here. Oh, Big Fabio joined. Thank you so much. Thank you, people. I see 7 people in the live session. I hope you feel interested. Please share this live with your friends that might like fantasy stories. Also, please like this live video. And of course, if you can subscribe to my channel, here on TikTok, I will be extremely grateful. So let's see. So the story is that from 100 years, the bad forces has entered this world, and the entire realm of Exdourn, the entire realm, not just this planet, the entire solar system of Exdourn, and the entire universe is very, very endangered, because for the first time in the history of the universe, a gigantic tree has been cut down on this. This is Darinel Island, where the Darinel tree was growing. See, the bad forces also cut the other trees. They cut all the trees on this island and they built an underground base here. And they try to capture this peninsula. And of course, magicians from all around the world, they had to make a millennial meeting. And I forgot his name, but the elf of one elf had when this happened here, one elf had to bring a message to many castles, and this was Bandur Castle was the last place where he had to bring a message for a millennium meeting of all the magicals. And he stopped here, like 1 kilometer before the castle, stopped on this mountain ridge to watch the valley below and the castle, to see the camp of tents and the windmill and the mountains. He stopped, and then for a 5-minute break, and then he had to bring the last message for a magical millennial. Magicals are the magicians in the realm of Exdourn. They call them their magicals. So he had to bring about 100 messages from thousands that other elves had to bring. And so after these messages were brought to all the places, all the magicals had to make their millennial meeting in Dragon Dome. In Dragon Dome, they use this Dragon Dome teleport structure that is like a Stonehenge structure. And this is the biggest teleport in the entire realm of Exdourn. This is like more than 300-400 meters wide structure, and it can teleport a couple of thousands of people at once, of folks, because in this world live elves, dwarves, elemental beings, and other creatures, of course. So this teleport is the biggest one that can teleport. Thank you for your roses, man. Thank you so much, Mario. I love you, guy. I love you, brother. So here is one of the most important passes through the entire the Legerich mountain is Long Mountain. It is very long. It's like the Balkan mountain on the Balkan Peninsula in our real world, but even longer than the Balkan mountain. So this is one of the most important passes here, and this is called Gundark Gate. Gundark Gate keeps the connection between Dragon Dome and the entire coast of this continent, the entire west coast. So Garok is one of the towns here, and this is the very, very important forest called Budjik Forest. Budjik Forest. And of course, one of my favorite names is Nundaril Tega. You see also here Krigindan, the town of Krigindan. Then we go to Baldoan Castle. This is Baldoan Castle. Another one castle, I didn't title this one. Of course, the Merilet tree. Also, we have old paths here. You can see old paths going between towns. These are roads and paths. Small village without a name here. This is where a river starts here. And so what I was about to show you. So this is another portal, but this is not bigger than this one, of course. It also can teleport a couple of thousand at once, but this one is have more capacity than this one. This is the biggest one. So here is the Eliaton town from the Eliatat Peninsula, and where the battle between the good magicians continues after 100 years. And in the south, most people have only heard about this and they think that this is a myth or a legend, of course. Thank you for your hearts, man. Thank you, Mario. I'm gonna write you in person after this live session. So, southward from on this coast is Eneril village, and then you can arrive at the Magic Oak. And here we also have another mountain pass and protections around the tree. The tree is on a very slopey mountainous ridge. And here is the Laxi Lake. This is the small Laxi Lake. Actually, in reality, it's not that small, of course. And here is the town of Linderin. Next to the enchanted tree is the town of Linderin. And where is the Linderin continent? That's the town that is with the name of the continent. Here is the Dizdak town and the Baka town. Here is a lot of wheat. They have a lot of wheat here. They produce, and as I told you earlier, the swamplands is the finest pottery in the realm of Exdourn, which is that planet over there. The finest pottery is being produced here, and it is, of course, they do not have spaceships in this universe. They have teleports. They can teleport from one planet to another with these Stonehenge-like structures. So they do not have spaceships. It is not a sci-fi story. It is a fantasy story. So the swamplands, then the wheatlands, a lot of wheat produced here. This is the Kuli village over here. It's the, oh, of course, the Padega castle. That's the Padega castle over here. And this is the Dzidzen village. And Ragadak Post is one fortress, very important, because it's near the Dedilion volcano, and it was stopping and checking making control of the ships that come from south towards the Dragon Dome and towards the old Derinal tree that the bad forces already cut down, as I told you earlier here. And this is the Stikto Island. I have one town without name here also. Of course, a lot of villages and towns are not in the map because it's the scale of the map does not allow me to add thousands of villages and cities, of course. So, Endenval, one of the biggest town on Linderin continent is here, Endenval, which is have the biggest, one of the biggest ports in this little bay here, which in reality, of course, is not that small. Sagadan ruins. Oh, this is Cape. This is Cape here. With an arrow, I have shown you where is the most eastern part of the continent. Here is the most western part of the continent, this arrow next to magical monolith. That is a statue of one magical in honor of all the magicians in the realm of Exdourn. They call them magicals there. And this is the Sirius Pass, sea pass, where important transport hub through sea is here from the other continent below and from all the islands around. And then, as I showed you earlier, the Risen Gate or the Risen Gate is one of the other teleports here. And this is Chika Lake. This is one of the biggest lakes on this continent, Chika Lake. And this is Elven Outreach. This is one of the biggest Elven cities, is here, Elven Outreach, near Chica Lake. And this is one of the biggest ports also. This is Dragon's Port. It's also Elven health port here. This is Elven regions here. These are Elven. Rodin is also Elven town. Here on the swamplands and the Baka and Zigzag are mostly human live. Of course, they're mixed around, but mostly human people live here. And of course, the dwarves and the magicals help each other in around Bajik Forest and the northern parts of the Legeridge Mountain. That's the Legeridge Mountain over here on the Linderin continent. So dwarves live together with on these mountains around with some of the magicians also on the northern part of the mountain Legeridge. Is mostly dwarves here. Also we have here some elves and humans. This is a mixed area of elves and humans, and they all cooperate with the good forces here in Dragon Dome to fight against the bad forces from the Darinel Island that come to the Eliatat Peninsula. And the important thing is that Dedilon Volcano actually erupted after the bad forces, like 100 years ago, when the bad forces cut the Darinel tree. The disbalance caused the eruption of Dedilon Volcano, and it has been constantly erupting since then. Since about 100 years, this volcano has been constantly erupting and spreading ash and debris towards the brutal sea. And because of this ash and debris, this area over here is darkened. All of this from 100 years is super darkened. A big, gigantic cloud of black ash covers this area. And because of that, this old port, one of the biggest northern ports ever before, now has been left and abandoned. This area here is abandoned. Oh, I can show you some fun peak in this one of the biggest mountains. Very steep mountain. This is KitKat Peak, not Kit Kat. This is, yes, of course, this is inspired from Kit Kat. The chocolate bar Kit Kat inspired me to think a name for one of my peaks on this fantasy map, and this is KitKat Peak. I hope you like it. This is the Grand Ice Shatter. This is the one of the ice slopes. El Singsley is here. Bear in mind, this map is not yet finished. The southern parts, this is part of another continent. That is like over here, under the Legeridge continent. So this is an exaggeration. This art is an exaggeration of this is the magic oak, the biggest tree in this fantasy world. So this tree actually is on the middle of this continent, and it's not that big, but it's of course really huge. It's like 625 kilometers tall. But of course here is exaggeration from the ancient artist that made this World of Exdourn kind of portrait, but exaggerated portrait, as I say. So I forgot where I was now. So on the swamplands we have also the town of Garrick. Katkal village, I told you about. Another port here. A lot of pottery they take here from here. And this is Heaven Village. This is a very beautiful place. This is called Heaven Village in this bay here. And the Glenelg Forest. This one big forest, also very beautiful and very well-known place in this continent. Thank you so much, folks. I see 6 people are staying around. Thank you so much for sticking with me and with my fantasy story and supporting ExiArts and myself. My name is Hristo. I'm an artist from Bulgaria. Please invite more friends of yours to see my fantasy world. So, as I was showing to you this fantasy art called Magical Maakri's House. Magical Maakri's house, as you see, lives in the mountains. And guess what? Of course, this is the Legerich mountain where he lives. And Magical Maakri is one of the important magicians, and he lives nearby the Magic Oak in about this area. And he cooperates with the Dragon Dome magicians also, and with the Magic Oak, because there is a huge town and a huge hub of the magicians around the Magic Oak that protects the tree also. They made some terrible magic that most of the magicians don't even have a theory how this happened. But before the bad forces, before the Dark Alliance could reach the Darinal Island and cut down the Darinal tree, there were a lot of magicians here that were living around and protecting the tree. But somehow all of them fell asleep, and they kind of were teleported out of the island, and they woke up completely different places. All of them, they woke up on completely different places nearby other teleports around the world of Exdourn and also on other planets. They just turned out to have been moved somehow, teleported somehow by the bad forces out of the Darinal Island. And this is something that worries from 100 years, this magic that they were made to. The bad forces did this bad magic to them, and they could reach by this magic this island and cut down the Darinal tree, because they want to cause disbalance on the planets and on the realm, and they also want to reach the other gigantic trees that are balancing the universe, like Merilet tree, like the Enchanted tree, and of course they want mostly the Magic Oak, the so-called Ardemert tree. You can read about Ardemert tree on my website in the section Realm of Exdourn Lore, on the navigation menu on the top of my homepage. On the website, you can check my website link in the bio here on TikTok. So the southern parts, I already showed you the southern parts. Yes, the Dizdak and the Baka towns, mostly human towns. We have some fort here, and the South Gate, another teleport structure here. Stonehenge-like structures that they use like teleports between the worlds in the realms. The town of Rodin, the Nezi village. This is Nezi village here. Dragon Sport I showed you. Elven Outreach, yes. So, yeah. About the north, we have some other villages here and small towns. Krigidon. Krigidon is still with the hands of the good forces, the good alliance, because somewhere here is the point where the bad forces have reached, and they make rail stations. They make rails, and they cut down all the trees. They extract all the earth elements and precious metals, precious stones and crystals from this earth, and they cause total destruction to the area. After this island, they also almost totally destroyed this peninsula. And since 100 years, the battle is ongoing. That's very important to know, because this battle has been ongoing from 100 years, since the Darinal tree was cut by the dark forces. The battle continues. Firstly, the battle was around the island. the good magicians try to push out and destroy the bad forces. But with time, because the dragons lose their power due to the eruption of Dedilon volcano, and this is why magicians had troubles pushing and destroying the bad forces, the Dark Alliance. And with time, the Dark Alliance could reach the Eliatat Peninsula. The Dark Alliance also holds this island, the Dedilon Island. And this is the Dedilon volcano on the Dedilon Island. Still, Ragadak Post is extremely enforced with good forces here around. So the bad forces are encircled from the magicals in this area. And because after the Nundoril Taiga, like a couple of hundred kilometers, is the North Pole already of the realm of Exdourn. And the good magicians have not encircled them from this side because the Dedilon volcano, the so-called already the giant ash cloud, has been erupting from 100 years without stopping, and it has formed a gigantic ash cloud over the brutal sea. And also because the bad forces, they push towards the magic oak and the Marylet tree. They want to cut them off and extract the vital energy from these trees. Also, they want this one, the enchanted tree. These are the rest three alive. They are alive, these trees. They are still living, still growing. So basically, with the Dedilon tree, there were 4 gigantic magical trees on the Linderen continent. And on the realm of Exdourn, of course, there are other gigantic trees that also keep the balance in the realm. But the most gigantic, the so-called Ardemert tree, which is this, as I told you, magic oak. The locals call it magic oak, but the magicals know the real name of the tree, and this is the first ever and the most oldest and the most gigantic tree in the realm of Exdourn, 625 kilometer. It's really indeed getting out of the atmosphere of the realm. And this tree, its real name is Ardemert. Ardemert, the oldest tree in the realm. So as you can see here, some of the places I still didn't finish here. Obviously, this is one of the most important ports also on the north part of this. This is another continent. I still didn't think the name of it, but it's gonna be playing a big part. It might not be continent, it might be a big island, but as you can see here, it's like a continent that's under the Linderen continent, which is separate from this one here. But this is the most important continent, because here, as I told you, this represents the Ardemert tree, but it should have been here. So it's just old art that the invention of this story came like 7 years after I made this art. But with time I decided, because I like the form of this continent, the real form of the Linderen continent from the realm is this one here. Maybe someday I can redraw the map, but I like this one for now, and it's kind of similar to that form, but not exactly, of course. There should be more sharper one, you know. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I have 15% battery. Thank you so much. I cannot believe that 6, 7, 8 of you stay with me so long in my live session. I would like to say to Mario, thank you so much for subscribing, man. Thank you. I cannot still believe that you subscribed to me, man. I feel just super honored to have my first subscriber. That was Mario from Bulgaria. For the next live session, I'm gonna make another live go. I'm still researching these things with the gifts during the live sessions. I started making live videos recently, so I'm still researching the perks and the subscription process on TikTok. Please excuse me if I mistaken something with the subscription settings. I still don't understand quite well half of the settings of this subscription and the perks and everything. So I will check this further. And so if you're interested in this story and my story for the realm of Exdourn, please follow my account. I'm gonna be posting more information about my fantasy story. And of course, please visit my website. You can read there about this story. You can read about the Ardemer tree, the Lindering continent, the mountain Legge Ridge. You can read there the beginning of the lore of this entire Exdourn realm over there, up there. Because most of my arts are fantasy arts, like this is the one of the castles. This is the Camp Antule guard post. This is one of the guard posts in the mountain, in the Legge Ridge mountain. Because the Legge Ridge mountain is quite big, because the continent of Lindering is like 1,600 kilometers long from the north to the south. It's quite a big continent. I forgot to tell you something important on the map. Yep. Okay, I forgot my thought. Guys. So yeah. Yeah, so I wanted to show you the capes. Yeah, Northern Cape. Here is the Northern Cape. This is the Eastern Cape, and this is the Sagadan ruins. This was an ancient magical town, one of the first towns ever in the realm of Exdourn. But this was very ancient, like more than 50,000 years ago. In the current time of the fantasy story, was the Sagadan town. It is now ruined. Nobody lives there. That's why it's with X, because nobody lives there. But yet there are huge ruins and remains that everybody knows from the realm that over there was one of the most ancient magical towns, which means towns of magicians. Because in my realm, magicians are called magicals. Like this magical monolith, you can see the guy from above has spread his hand. This is inspired from the Lord of the Rings, of course. This is inspired from the Lord of the Rings, and he has risen his hands and spread them towards the head, like that, as if he is meeting the guys that come with the ships through Sirius Pass. Because this is a very important sea trade hub pass. And on the top of the magical, on his head and in his body, it's actually a fortress, you know. It's a real fortress inside a lot of warriors. Around here there are also small ports with ships if there is a war, and or some bad pirates want to get through Sirius Pass. These magicians and also regular guys, folks that are not magicians, like elves and like dwarves and like humans and other races, they help to the magicians to control this pass. Very important trade hub. So folks, I have 10% battery. I will say to you thank you so much, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to stop this live session. I hope you got hooked by my story and that you got very interested in it, and you can read a little bit more about it on my website, link in the bio here in TikTok. Please follow my account here in TikTok, and thank you everybody for all the likes, for all the shares, and for all of your support. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm gonna be making another live video tomorrow. I hope to see you and meet you again tomorrow, and let's see what's gonna happen. Please stay humble, stay inspired, follow your dreams, keep crafting, keep drawing, keep reading books, keep your spiritual life alive. Believe in the stars, in the earth, in the sunshine, in the sun, and don't forget to love yourself. Bye everybody, and see you tomorrow.